Welcome back to the Tech Coach Corner YouTube series presented by Dyknow. My name is Tiara Lustig and I am your host. Today we have a great conversation with Derek McCoy about being a change leader in K-12 education. Derek is an inspiring principal and he has some great advice for other leaders out there for sparking change and really being a change leader in your school. So it's going to be a great conversation. Before we jump into that, just want to remind everyone to subscribe to Dyknow's YouTube channel, follow us on all of our social media channels, and we also have an exciting digital event coming up on Friday, February 19th from noon to 1 p.m. It's our EdTech Roundtable, where we're going to have 3 panelists talk about the EdTech tools they're using for student engagement, as well as tactics that they're using to make sure that technology and devices are increasing student engagement, not taking away from it. So you can register for that event at the link in the description of this video, as well as on the Dyknow website, dyknow.com. That's dyknow.com. And I think that's all I have to plug today. So without further ado, let's jump into our conversation with Derek. Welcome back to Tech Coach Corner, everyone. I'm Tiara Lustig, your host, and today I'm joined by Derek McCoy. Derek, would you mind giving a brief introduction to yourself before we get started?
I'm very happy to, and thank you for having me, Tiara. My name is Derek McCoy. I'm a middle school principal in Asheboro City Schools, North Carolina. This is my 10th year as a principal. I'm the co-author of The Revolution, It's Time to Empower Change in Our Schools. And in 2014, I was a national digital principal.
Wonderful. Well, we're excited to have you on Tech Coach Corner today. You were recently on our Tackling Tech podcast, and one thing that I know you have worked a lot with is change in K-12 education and being a change leader from your position as a principal and as a leader. I would love if you could dive a little deeper into what it means to you to be a change leader and how you really facilitate that change within your own school.
Absolutely. So as this story, I guess, this talk is going to be very personal and very real, because this year I started a new school, and our leadership team is new. Our leadership team is new. So this is really one of the early talks that we had. This is my 10th year as a principal. So as over the years, my talk about change has changed. It has evolved. And where I am right now is looking at the reason for change. Why do we need, so letting that be the start or the impetus for your talks. Why do we need change? For me, the reason for change is learners. Now, I know a lot of us say that we want to be student driven, we want students to be the center, but for me, it's learners. And the reason I say learners instead of students is I know that I want my mission to be to inspire our middle schoolers to be curious, to be creative, to be empowered, to have voice, to have a choice, know how to advocate for themselves. In the revolution, we talk about new 3 R's instead of the old 3 R's of reading, writing, and arithmetic. We talk about the new 3 R's. We talk about students being compassionate, being passionate, and being resilient. So looking at the learners that we want to have, what do we need to put in place to make that happen? As leaders, we can talk about leading a change with an initiative of technology, or leading a change with an initiative of grading, but leaders lead change. That is an important piece. Other than that, if you're not leading change, you are managing status quo. So when we embrace the fact that for us that this is a learner-centered change, we look at the adult practices that need to change. We look at the adult beliefs that need to change. We look at our role in shifting the adult practices, the adult beliefs, and the adult mindsets. So we embrace our role as coaches. We embrace our role as PD trainers and support. We embrace our role as cheerleaders. We embrace lots of different roles and aspects except for managers, except for the supervisor piece. We lead change side by side instead of wagging a finger or in front of that or something along those lines. So the change part is about having grace, taking people where they are, because change is hard. Change is the only universal constant, but it's hard because we're giving up some things that we're comfortable with or some things that we have previously defined as successful. So we have to be grace. We have to have grace for people, give grace, and accept people for where they are, and know that everyone is running a different race. Some people are walking, some people are running, some people are barely moving. But as long as we're all growing and showing some kind of progression, we have to be happy with that. Because this is not about, at the end of the day, this is not about the adults. At the end of the day, this is about learner-centered change. So we want to create students, we want to have students who are on fire and can advocate for different things, right? Who can, not just work at Google, but, maybe start the next tech giant, or create a solution for plastics, or create this or be a part of that. And that's not going to happen with the learning experiences that we had. So leading the effort as a change leader to help adults unlearn some things and relearn some things to replace those old thinkings and those old beliefs, because those old beliefs are powerful. But it is the daily consistent work. It is, there's a lot that goes with it, but seeing and valuing the people in our change, on our journey, that is the critical part, and that's the best part, and that's really the best part. So as a change leader, we have to have a learner-centered vision and mission, and from there, we make sure that everybody's on board.
That is a great kind of overview of leading change as a leader and being a change leader. What you said about changing kind of with the times and students can't learn the way that we all learned really goes along with a conversation we had with Evan Robb, who has he's a principal as well, and he has a wonderful TED Talk on how, the business world changes so quickly with technology, and it's always innovating and improving in education. Most of what we see in education is static in the way that things are done. And I think leading that change and making those changes along with how the world is changing with technology and innovations is so important, and making sure our students are leading that innovation. So I think what you said is spot on. And I hope everyone watching can find a way to lead change in their school or district, because it is so important. Derek, where can people find you if they would like to engage with you further and join your PLN?
And I hope you do choose to engage with me. I'm all about building up my PLN and helping others build up their PLN. So first and foremost, Twitter is a great go-to place to find me. I am at McCoy Derek, McCoyDerek. So hit me up there, message me, mention me, and we'll get to it. I believe in the power of the conversation and connection. Second, you can hit me up on my website, McCoyDerek.com, and LinkedIn, which is a great place to connect as well, and other social media like Instagram and Facebook. You can find me there. But yeah, when you find me and connect with me, I believe in giving what I have been given as well to help you on your growth journey, because it's important that I help you grow, because your learners need you to grow. So let's make sure that we're committed to that piece.
Perfect. We will link all of those, all of your channels below so people can engage with you. And we hope that everyone goes and engages with Derek so you can learn from him. Derek, thank you so much for being with us today.
Tara, thank you for having me. Be blessed today.